Hello viewers, your very own Ranjana ma'am is back again and with the solutions for the questions I had given in my last video. Well, I had told you that I would give the solutions sooner, but a little problem cropped up. My phone storage, somehow after the video was shot, I found that there was no space. So you can imagine my misery. So then I had to sit and empty all those junk files and then clear some space, and I'm back here. How are you doing? Only 2 or 3 days left, 22nd. My God, even I'm feeling so charged up, and I'm sure you must be preparing very well. So without wasting any more time, let's go to the solutions, and later you can tell me how many correct you have got. That will show how much you are practicing. So the first one, he walks so fast that I cannot keep pace with him. The instruction was to change it into the simple sentence. He walks too fast for me to keep pace with him. Don't omit that for me. Many times I find students writing, he walks too fast to keep pace with him. No, for me, I is there. Okay, now let's proceed to the second one. I get this one wrong many times. There has hardly been an occasion when I have got it correct. Just see, you all can check it also. I had often been told that the rock before me was haunted by a genie, and the instruction was to change it into the active voice. Check the answer and then honestly y'all can let me know in the comment box how many of you have got it correct, completely correct. Many of them get half correct. So the answer is, people had often told me, or others had, many people or someone had often told me. People would be the best. People had often told me, because see, had been told is one passive voice and the other passive voice is was hunted. So there are two passive voices here, and what many students do, the common mistake is they go for one and they just overlook the other. And that is how they get it wrong, because you have to solve both the passive into the active. So people had often told me that a genie haunted the rock before me. A genie haunted the rock before me. So what is your answer? Had been told will become had told in active, and was haunted will become haunted in active. So again I repeat the answer. People had often told me that a genie haunted the rock before me. No more doubts? No more confusion? Let's proceed to the third. This is very easy. Even you all will agree. The elder brother is the wisest member of the family, and you are told comparative degree. So if you have done your degrees well, there is no confusion in it. And I have always told the superlative and the comparative degree, they begin with the same words. So we'll begin with the same words. The elder brother is wiser than any other member, of the family. Got it? Next one, this was too great an honor not to excite the envy of his rivals. So this is again too, T-O-O-2. So what will we do? If it is affirmative, it becomes negative, and if it is negative, it changes into affirmative. So your answer will be, remove T-O-O-2 and put so. This was so great an honor that it would, it's in the past tense, that it would excite the envy of his rivals. So the question was in negative, so your answer becomes an affirmative sentence. It would excite, not would not. Don't write would not. If you have written would not, it is wrong. It was the prettiest and the most woeful sight that mortals ever saw. This is what type of sentence? It's not a simple sentence. You all must have guessed it by now because we are told to change it into the simple sentence. It has more than one verb. So this is a complex sentence. And how do we change it into a simple sentence? It was the prettiest and the most woeful sight ever seen by mortals. Ever seen by mortals. Seen is not a verb, it's a participle. So ever seen, saw, if we change it into ever seen by mortals, then it no longer remains a verb. Then we have only one verb, was. It was the prettiest. Got it? Let's proceed. Take a piece of copper wire and heat it. Change it into passive voice. And you know, when it is take means it is beginning with a verb. And when it begins with a verb, it is an imperative sentence. And so the formula which I had earlier also told for an imperative sentence is let plus object plus be verb plus pp, that means the past participle. So let's solve it accordingly. Let a piece of copper wire be taken and heated. Let plus object plus be verb plus pp plus the rest. So let a piece of copper wire be taken and heated. That kind of work did not amuse me, and amuse is the verb and the instruction was to change it into its noun form. So the amusement is the noun form of the word amuse. So that kind of work did not give me any amusement, did not offer me any amusement. So use it as the noun. He gladly bore all the difficulties. And we are told to change it into the passive. So let's bring the object in front. Subject object interchange, I have already told you. When it is voice, it is subject object interchange. So all the difficulties were gladly borne. Bear, bore, borne, the past participle. So all the difficulties were gladly borne by him. I think some of you must have got it wrong if you don't know the past participle of this verb. The more I hate him, the more he flatters me. And change it into a simple sentence. His flattery increases with my hatred for him. That means I also increase hating him, and he also increases his flattery. So his flattery increases with my hatred for him. Since 2000 I have been in India. Begin for. This question will keep on changing every year. How will you solve it? For. So 2000 and now it is 2019. So what is your answer? For the last 19 years I have been in India. For the last 19 years. So every year, next year if you all get it, it will be for the last 20 years I have been in India. So it keeps on changing. So this is a little bit of using your brains. And the next one, I have not met him since 2002. Use ago for since. And 2002 and this is 2019. So just subtract and what do you get? 17. So I last met him 17 years ago. I last met him 17 years ago. So don't get confused. My father was in his 60th year when he died. So this has two verbs. One is was and the other is died. And this is a complex sentence with an adverb clause. When? Adverb clause of time. So in order to change it into a simple sentence, what do we do? Very simple. My father died in his 60th year. Only one verb, died. My father died in his 60th year. Simple, isn't it? Sentence is also simple. The answer is also simple. And last one. Was her ring stolen? Was stolen. Passive voice. Now you have to change it into the active. Did someone steal her ring? Was her ring stolen? Did someone steal her ring? So All the 13 done. I have given you the solutions. How many have you got correct? Let me know. I'm sure you must have got quite a few correct, rather above 10 you should have got, because they were easy. And don't worry, in your exams, board exams, I'm talking of board exams, you won't get very difficult ones. Why? Board exam is not for a particular school of high standard. Then what will the students of those schools which are not very high, what will they do? How will they solve it? So it is for everyone, so the standard will be moderate, neither very tough, neither very simple. It will be easy, don't worry. You all will be able to solve it, my assurance. So I think you should have got at least out of 13. I don't know what has made me go for 13. 13 is supposed to be an unlucky number. Anyway, jokes apart, surely above 10, let me know. And if you have got 13 out of 13, who said 13 is an unlucky number? But do you know why 13 is called an unlucky number? Because Judas was the 13th disciple of Jesus Christ who betrayed him for 30 pieces of silver. And that is why the Christians consider 13 to be an unlucky number. Okay, let's forget it. And last video I had promised you that I would give you some prepositions. Take them down. The jungles of Assam abound dash wild animals. The jungles of Assam abound dash wild animals. Next one. He is bent dash mischief. He is bent dash mischief. Love is generally compared dash madness. Love is generally compared dash madness. People compare Kalidas dash Shakespeare. People compare Kalidas dash Shakespeare. He intends to dispense dash the services of his driver. He intends to dispense dash the services of his driver. Next one. He intended to dispose dash all his old books. He intended to dispose dash all his old books. Seventh one. His house is infested dash rats. His house is infested dash rats. The children quarrelled dash a trifle. The children quarrelled dash a trifle. Ninth one. His life is beset dash difficulties. His life is beset dash difficulties. 10th one. His speech is replete dash irony. His speech is replete dash irony. So these 10 you all will solve, and very soon, maybe tomorrow, I'll let you know the answers. Yes, you don't need to remind me. I know it very well that your exams start on the 22nd, and today is, no, let it be a secret. I'm not telling what day it is today or what is the date, but yet I know only 2 to 3 days left, so you can make your guesses. And goodbye. I'll be soon back with synthesis. So just for a short break, so I'll end my video here. Wait for my synthesis. Have a good time with your books, with your pen and your exercise copies and your test papers, of course. You must be doing the last 10 years and whatever it is. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. This is the golden gate in your career. So do your best. Bye.